Oh, early Sunday morning. It's fucking cold out. No snow yet. Time for another episode of Dave the Angry Mechanic. We're gonna do a heater core on a 1995 Chevy G20 van. Alright, 95 G20 van. First thing you want to do here is get a bucket, drain some coolant. Your heater hoses are gonna go right here. They've already got it coupled together here so it doesn't leak inside the van. Second step here, we're going to remove the doghouse. Okay, couple clips here, some screws, got some bolts in the floor on both sides, and then we have to remove the dash. Okay, in the doghouse you're going to find a couple Phillips head screws. Go ahead, remove those. There's two 13mm bolts holding the doghouse into the floor. Next, you're going to find all these Phillips head screws all the way across the dash. Go ahead, take those out. Next thing you want to do, go ahead, your instrument panel, you're going to find screws all along the top edge and down here at the bottom. Go ahead, take all those out, pull your instrument panel right out. Under the steering wheel, you got to take out a couple of screws all along here on this cowl. Over here, there's going to be a 10mm bolt and a 10mm bolt right here. That should come right off. All right, now that you got your dash panel off, you're going to want to go ahead, take out this bolt here, this bolt here, this bolt here. Go ahead, pull this out, disconnect your heater controls. You're going to want to take out this 10mm bolt. This 10mm bolt. Go ahead, pull your your instrument panel up and unplug that. Okay, if you don't want to take the heater control completely out, just go ahead, fold it under and get it behind there. Underneath here, you're going to find a 10mm bolt. You're going to find a 10mm bolt under here and one here. Go ahead, remove those. Next, go ahead and pull your radio. This bezel should just pop off. Pull that off. Behind there, you're going to find a couple 10mm bolts. Okay, so the radio had this long bracket underneath. There's a 10mm bolt that sits back in there. Go ahead, take that out. You can pull the whole radio right out. After that, you should be able to just grab the dash itself by the top and just pull on both sides and pull the whole dash right out. As you're pulling the dash out, you're going to notice a tube on the driver's side and this side here. Go ahead, just pull those off. Now that we have the dash completely out, your your heater core is actually going to be in this box right here. There's a metal bracket here. You're going to find two bolts here. Inside the cowl here, under the insulation, you're going to find two bolts in here holding this bracket on. Go ahead, take that bracket off. Now that we got that bracket off, we're going to go ahead and take out this little bolt right here. Should be a 5.5, or you can just take the hoses off, up to you. Okay, and this bolt right here holding on your cables, we'll take that out. Now you're going to have some bolts, one here, one up here, one up here, one up here. We're going to go ahead and start taking those bolts out so we can give ourselves enough room to get this heater box out. Grab yourself a couple long extensions and a 7mm. Now way back in here up top, you're going to find a little bolt. Go ahead, take that out. Now come up top here to this ductwork here. Down in this hole, you're going to find a 13mm bolt. Pull that out also. Alright, now that we have all the ductwork pulled out of the way, your heater box is almost completely freed. There is a 10mm bolt back here. We'll go ahead with long extension, get that 10mm out of there. Okay, so next we're going to go under the hood. You're going to have, underneath your heater core hoses, you're going to have a nut down here you got to take off. You're going to have a nut right here you have to take off. And I'm not sure if that is a nut or if there's a bolt on the inside of that. You're going to have to take that off. To remove the heater box from the inside. Okay, so after you take these little cap nuts off, they're not even real nuts. You're going to have one here on the top, here on the top, and one right down here underneath your heater core lines. After you take those off, come around this side, and go inside the van to your heater core box, grab it, and just give it a pull, and the whole thing should come right off. And your heater core is going to be inside there. You're going to have to take off all these little bolts going all the way around, open it up, and your heater core should just slide right out. Right, little tip while taking all these screws out. Under the insulation here, you're going to find a couple hidden bolts that you won't even see. Okay, so feel around for them and get them out, or you will break the heater box. Alright, next what you want to do is go ahead and take a pair of needle nose pliers. Squeeze these tabs and push this out of here. Alright, that'll give you enough room. Once you got all the screws out, you'll know you have the screws out because the heater box should come apart pretty simple. There shouldn't be any kind of prying or anything. It should just slide apart. Now that we got the heater box apart, now's a good time to clean out all this shit. Get the fuck out of there. Here's your heater core here. Your heater core is going to be held in with two bands, held down by two 5.5 millimeter screws. Take those out, swap the heater core out, and put it all back together. Simple as that. If you don't know how to put it back together, watch my video backwards. Alright. Have fun with this fucker. Okay, everything came apart pretty smoothly. I expect it to go back in pretty smoothly. This video only took a couple minutes, but if you're doing it in the cold, get a heater because this is going to take you quite a few hours. Alright, have fun fucking doing this.